firstly give me your overall assessment?
Like a crap record, really. It's just another game where we've fallen on the wrong side of that 1-0, nothing in the game. To be fair, the ball takes a bounce in front of the lad who's done really well tonight, Ben Cisse. Obviously, we've got our two keepers away on international duty, which is step 3 is incredible, really, isn't it? But Ben's coming from West Brom. They've kindly allowed him to come in. He did really well tonight, to be fair. He looked nice and bright and sharp. And the ball took a bit of a wicked bounce in front of him for the goal. And it is obviously a hard, bobbly pitch. And really, we're playing a team that could have gone top of the league tonight and could well win the championship. And if you'd said, well, listen, is there much or anything between the two teams, you'd have to say no, if you're being honest. They might have had a little bit more territory in the first half, but didn't really do anything with it. And at the moment, it's our turn to suffer a little bit. We're just falling on the wrong side. Same at Stamford, where we were guilty of not starting quicker than them or as quick as them, and get done with a counter attack, and then no one else has a shot on target. And in the end, it is what it is, and we've got to try and turn that round. And as I said to you last time we spoke, get ourselves on the right side of that 1 goal leeway. But I can't go in there and rant and rave and say that they're not good enough, or they're not this, they're not that. They're giving absolutely everything. We had a few changes tonight. Obviously, Ethan obviously got a hamstring issue from the game on Saturday. Couldn't risk him. I spoke to the physio, I spoke to Dan, and he said no. So hopefully that might mean that he could be available at the weekend. We'll see. Dodsey comes on. Taylor Dodds gets a bit of an outing. Obviously Johnny and Gandu started tonight, so there was a few changes tonight. We've got 1 or 2 knocks and bruises. To be fair, Chief, he's playing through the pain barrier. So we've got 1 or 2 that are carrying a few. And our squad's actually quite thin now. It really is. So we've got to nurse them and look after them, and because we've still got obviously in Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday again next week. And then we've got the Worcester Cup game, which comes in early April. So it's all hands to the pump at the minute.
And obviously you're in the games like over the last few weeks, but how do you sort of get yourselves on the right side, but also find that level sort of consistency that you can
score goals, create chances. In the end, when I came in, that was the quite clearly the issue. We didn't score goals, didn't create enough chances. And that stopped to a certain extent, where we were scoring goals and creating chances, and we're just going through a little 2 or 3 game spell where those chances have dried up to a certain extent. That's not through the want of lads trying or whatever. Sometimes a little bit of lack of quality in the final third when we get into decent areas, probably not getting the type of quality into the box or the type of quality finish that we're looking for. But you've just got to keep working with people and trying to make them better. What I will say is there's a group of lads in there that have absolutely bought in to everything that I've tried to bring in. And that's what I sort of said to them afterwards. In the end now, we want to try and, if we can, our ambition is to try and finish in that top half as high as we can. And that won't be easy. We've got a lot of tough games coming up, but that's what we're looking at. Can we finish as high as we can? Because there's loads of benefits from that. There's people outside looking who might want to come and play here and attract players for next year. But in the end, they are giving absolutely everything, and I can't knock them. And let's be honest, we've been beaten in the last few weeks by Kettering twice, as I said, top of the league, Bedford, who at the time when we played were top of the league. So it's not like, and by the way, they're all by 1 goal margin. So we're not a million miles away, and the boys have accrued quite a few points, to be fair to them, since I came in. So they've done a really good job to get us away from where we were, which was in a dangerous position. Now we've still got to fulfil our obligations this season to make sure that we finish as high as we possibly can, and we will do that. I'll make sure that we do that. So it's a case of looking after the boys now. On Thursday, obviously we'll have the day off tomorrow. We'll train Thursday. We'll have to be careful with some of them, and go again against Leiston, who I think drew at Biggleswade tonight. So another tough game. They're floating around at the top end, so we shall see.
And obviously, you just touched on, you got Leiston and obviously Sudbury coming up, both at home again. Obviously, two teams in different scenarios, I suppose. Leiston going for playoffs and Sudbury fighting for their lives. So, how tough will those tests be? And obviously, because you're down to bare bones as well, how come you've got to come right together now? Yeah, just to keep building in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the one thing where I can sort of put my head on the pillow and rest easy, because I know that there's a group there that are pulling in the right direction, in the same direction. They're real good, honest, humble lads. I haven't got any nuggets in there, for want of a better word. They're all good kids, good blokes who come in, work hard, train hard, and try their best for this football club. So I've always said to them since the day, our very first meeting I had, said if I get that and I see that, you'll never have any complaints with me, win, lose or draw. I'll never come for anyone. If I see traits of not being at it, cheating, whatever you want to call it, then I will be all over you, and you're not going to like it. But I've got nothing but respect for all of them, because they're giving me all they've got, and that's what I ask. So in the end, obviously, when you come into a new club, whatever it was, nearly enough halfway, maybe pushing halfway through the season, you're inheriting, trying to read people, work out people, blah blah blah. So and there will be for next year we have to look at certain things and try and make ourselves better, because ultimately most clubs in this division have got an ambition to get out of it the right way, upwards, and we're no different. So we want to be better and try and aspire to be better. And can we fall on the right side of the Bedford result with 2 Kettering results, against these teams that are right up there with loads of points and have got big players, big names, big salaries, so we have to aspire to be up there with them, and we do. And as I said to you on Saturday at Stamford, it's something that's going to be evolving, I'm sure. And listen, I've got nothing but respect for all of them. So we'll regroup, have a head count, work, train, prepare, analyse Leiston, and crack on for the weekend.